Bear with me just 1 second, everybody. I had something a little screwed up. It's been a little while since we have done this. But welcome into TDTV's presentation of tonight's running at the dirt track at Charlotte with the Southern Outlaw Racing Street Stocks. This will be their first race of the season. Just trying to get everything pulled up here in time to catch the start of tonight's main event. 23 cars signed in for SOAR here tonight, and hopefully everything loads up correctly this time, and we'll be able to show you guys some racing action on your screens here as we get set for what looks to be a B main. Anywho, let's try this one again. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, as we bring to you the SOAR Street Stocks Week's #1 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. This will be season #4 for the Southern Outlaw Auto Racing Street Stocks. Remember, last season they were brought to you every single Tuesday right here on TDTV, and they will be once again this season, as we will see if Brian Hacker is able to maintain his dominant ways and win another championship, or will somebody else jump up and take the crown this year. Of course, you guys remember Brian Hacker dominance last season, as well as Austin Albritton and a few others getting in victory lane. Most of those guys are back with us here tonight as we pull up your qualifying results. That just got done moments ago. Andrew Rutherford, the quickest car, 35 is first. 36.856 second lap time. David Gross, second quick, with Albert in third. Christensen fourth. Reed Christensen fresh off a second place run in real life at Screven Motorsports Complex. Daniel Brown, fifth quick. Rodney Huntoon, Jeff Clifton, Sean Hayes, James Murphy in the house, ninth quick, with Nicholas Priest rounding out the top 10. Pete Dillon goes 11th quick. Colton Martin, Elliott Vining, J.D. Rudzer, and Michael Hall round out the top 15, with Alan Carter, Tyler McWhorter, Austin Baker in 18th. 19th, Brian Toller, as he looks to get back to the front here. Toller was one of those front runners last season, multiple wins on the year, couldn't quite pull out the series championship at the end of it all. As you will also see, Dylan Sale back with us this season. Just had to check some audio levels there. Isaac Castillo signed in here tonight, as well as Alex Bernard. 22 cars, with Thomas Engel being the series admin. So that should do it here. They let the pace car come back in, which should switch us right on over to the start of tonight's main event here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. So good to have you guys back here. Of course, my name is Ryan Williams. I'll be with you for all 12 weeks of this season for the Southern Outlaw Street Stocks. It's been quite a while, I know. We are so happy to have you back here on TDTV. Got some other cool stuff coming in the very near future, but really haven't been able to have time to really do anything with this as of late, with everything I got going on in the real world. So please pardon me on that one. But I'm so excited to have you guys back and watching right along with us here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Big 1.5-mile track. Believe this might be the biggest track we've seen the Southern Outlaw Street Stocks at since their conception here on TDTV. And we are just waiting to see what happens here in just a second, if we are able to switch on over to tonight's main event. As we see there, one car in staging. Alex Bernard was supposed to be in the B main, which would have taken all drivers straight to the feature event. Well, and this gives us a good chance to get a good look around here at the mile and a half that is Charlotte Motor Speedway. Pretty much a cookie cutter layout all the way around it. What I'm expecting here with these street stocks, more so of the pack mentality. These guys should be in a nice little pack throughout most of the race. Through the start of this race, I'm really expecting guys to try multiple lines, not just running around the bottom here at the dirt track at Charlotte. We're not at the dirt track at Charlotte. We are at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Excuse me, guys. It's been a long time since I've done this, trying to get back into it. And I do appreciate everybody who's tuned in thus far as we continue to wait here. It's Alex Bernard, the only driver out there on the Speedway, or in staging right now. Well, we've got everything pulled up here. Now let's see if I can get that changed on over to Fahrenheit real quick. Let's change everything over so you guys can easily tell what's going on here. Change all of our things over from the metric system back to the US stuffs. And it's not doing it. I'll worry about it later. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's see here if we can pull up anything. No, it looks like this iRacing may make its way this whole 7 minutes here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. A little more time than I was wanting to waste here, but once again, welcome in as we are live at the dirt track in Charlotte for round number 1 of season 4 for the Southern Outlaw Auto Racing Series Street Stocks. Good look there from the overhead view here at the beautiful Charlotte Motor Speedway, one of the coolest places in the world, one of the racing capitals, if you will. Some cool facts about Charlotte. Of course, they do offer the condos to live in year-round. There's plenty of people who do rent those out and rent them out during NASCAR race weeks as well. You can watch all kinds of action from the privacy of a living room there at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. I keep wanting to say dirt track at Charlotte because that's what I'm so used to. TDTV normally producing dirt racing content, especially the Talking Dirt podcast, which returns very, very soon. Hopefully here within a week or so, trying to get an episode out to you guys. Me and Matt back talking once again. Matt, unfortunately, not here tonight. Sad to not have my buddy, but we will persist on here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Still quite a few minutes here as the B-Main unfortunately going to have to time out before we get going. So let's take this chance actually and look over the results from practice earlier. Practice was open from 7:30 until 8 o'clock. Dylan Sale was the quickest time in practice. Dylan was the next closest. He was about 0.014 off of Dylan Sale. All these times super duper close. You got first through 8th, they're separated by only about a tenth of a second, and it's just 0.2 back to get all the way to 15th and Brian Toller. So these guys about as close as it gets. Christensen right there in the middle. Huntoon is 9th quick after practice, and then they jumped that over straight to qualifying, and you see these guys were still very, very quick and very, very close all the way back to 17th. The gap is only at a tenth of a second here, so these guys about as close as it gets here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte Motors. Oh gosh, I'm going to say that all night long, guys. it's been a long time. You're going to have to forgive me. We're here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. But, yeah, these guys just about as close as it gets here at Charlotte as we get set for a big, big, big night of racing here on TDTV. I want to remind you guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Got some stuff cooking up right now, so we will be bringing you some content here very, very soon. And we also want you guys to go check us out over on TikTok as well as Facebook. You can look up Talking Dirt on both of those social media platforms. Find us right there. Give us a like and a follow over there. And you can check out some cool stuff that I've got going on with my the racetrack that I help with in real life. Go over to the Facebook or the website, SumterSpeedway.com or Sumter Speedway on Facebook. Check out all the stuff that we've got cooking up over there. Also check out Wicked Fabrication. Got some cool stuff coming with those guys as well. Building race cars, racing race cars, and everything in between. Over on Facebook.com/Wicked Fabrication FB. You can also check them out. Some older videos on YouTube, youtube.com/Wicked Fabrication. Some cool stuff over there as well. Now, guys, I'm not sure exactly how much longer we're going to have to wait. Let's find out right now and see how much time we're going to have to kill here. Another 3 minutes to kill at the dirt track at Charlotte. I said it again, didn't I? I need Matt. I need Matt here to correct me when I'm wrong, because I'm saying a lot of wrong stuff here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. I am really, really struggling, guys. Thank everybody for tuning in right now that's watching. If y'all have any questions, go ahead and post them down below. And I will try to answer as many of those as I can. The only one I can't answer is why are we not racing right now? That answer is sort of difficult because I'm not really sure. I didn't think anybody gridded up in time to actually have the B main have to be run out, but apparently somebody did. And now we are going to be forced to wait the entire 10 minutes of the B main. About 3 minutes left of that. So, yeah, really, really unfortunate there, but it gives me time to talk about the stuff that I got going on in real life. I told you to go check out Sumter Speedway's Facebook page. Got some cool stuff to announce here very, very soon. Mainly a big, big race that we have coming, a big super late model race at the Sumter Speedway dirt track that is coming in August. It's already been announced by the series. And we're just waiting on confirmation that we can post it on our personal stuff as well. But a big season for Sumter Speedway ahead. If you want to hear my voice in the real world, you can head out to Sumter Speedway any given Saturday and hear me talking about all sorts of racing action. And I promise I make fewer mistakes there than I do here. So I just got a pretty good idea sent over to me. While we wait here, we're going to check out some of these drivers here and have a bit of a conversation with a few guys just to kind of kill some time here. So let's get right into that. And first and foremost, let's drag on up here. Who do I want to drag on up? Who's going to be the sacrificial lamb as the first pre-race interview in SOAR history? I think this guy will work. I hope I'm not dragging him from talking to anybody here. Let's see here. Sure, let's drag this guy on up and do a couple of pre-race interviews while we wait here. I'll pull Elliot Vining in here. Elliot's going to be the sacrificial lamb, the first ever pre-race interview here on TDTV. Elliot, you got a copy on me?
Yeah, I got you.
So Elliot's got me, man. Let's talk here. Of course, we're kind of slowed down a little bit here tonight because the B main has to be run, but your car in qualifying didn't look all that bad here as I'm pulling back up the qualifying times here. You got 13th out of 22 overall, but this place really, really big, really, really wide, so there's going to be a lot of opportunity for you to kind of make some moves here early and often, really, here at I want you to come to my house and slap me the next time I say dirt track at Charlotte. Can you do that?
Oh, I can do that.
please, just come over here and slap the taste out of my mouth because I keep saying it. But still, Charlotte Motor Speedway, this place is going to provide you a lot of opportunities to kind of capitalize on that 13th starting spot you have.
Yeah, it's basically super speedway racing in these cars. So my plan is to just kind of hang back a little bit, wait till the end, wait for the big one, try to drive through it.
Absolutely, and we're about to let you get right to it, as I believe we're almost ready to go here. I'm not sure what the timer's set at right now for this B main, but man, you come out of last year, a good season for you overall, but still trying to crack away and capture that first series championship. What do you think is going to have to be done on your end to get that done this season?
Less wrecks. I think as long as I can keep it going straight this season, then I should be okay.
You absolutely should. And what's the timer on right now? How much longer do we have until we can go racing here tonight?
I think it just started counting down for the B main, so probably 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Okay. So
we are going to take the heats out for the rest of the season. That was just a mistake on Reed's part.
It's all good. It's all good, Elliot. But once again, yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to seeing what you have for us this season. Of course, I'm going solo dolo here tonight, so I'm gonna make the best of it, and I hope you do as well. Starting from 13th, I hope that you can make some moves and maybe come and talk to me when this is over with.
Yeah, I hope so, man.
Who should I pick on next?
Reed for sure.
Okay, I would do Reed. That guy. So that was Elliot Viding. Let's do exactly what he wanted me to do. Let's drag up in here. Let's see if I can do it. I'll see if I can. He does own the thing, but let's see if we can pick on him and drag him up in here for our pre-race interview. Yes, we can. The man himself being drug in here out of his own will, forcefully, to talk to me before this race. The guy who forgot to take heat races out of this one, Mr. Reed Christensen. Reed, talk to me a little bit, man, because we're about to grid up here, but real quick, how are you feeling as we head to Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good. We qualified 4th, I believe, and I'm actually probably going to take a EOL and drop to the rear just to kind of feel the race out and see how it goes. And but I look forward to a good season, so I'm hoping for a good finish tonight.
Absolutely. A long race here, big, wide track, a lot of ways to make mistakes and a lot of places to make good moves here. So good luck to you as we start to grid up here at Charlotte.
All right. Thank you.
So that was Reed Christensen. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Southern Outlaw Street Stocks here at the dirt track at Charlotte. I did it again. Elliot's going to have to come slap me. At the Charlotte Motor Speedway, excuse me. Let's step aside really quickly to change one little thing. And we are back here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. I know that this has probably been the worst broadcast that you have probably ever watched to this point. I promise it's about to get a lot better, though, as these guys grid up tonight in hopes of being the first winner of the season here with the Southern Outlaw Street Stocks. Again, season number 4 kicks off tonight, and the lineup is as follows. Qualifying on the pole, it'll be Michigan native Andrew Rutherford, 35. And outside of him, David Gross, another Michigan native in 78. Row 2, Austin Albritton, multi-time winner last season alongside Reed Christensen, season 1 champion. Daniel Brown starts 5th there in the car number 33. Rodney Huntoon will start 6th in 47. Jeff Clifton starting 7th. Sean Hayes starting 8th. James Murphy starting 9th. Nicholas Priest rounds out the top 10. It'll be Pete Dillon and Colt Martin 11th and 12th. And as we move back here, another big name, Elliot Vining in 49 starts 13th, 14th. It'll be J.D. Rudzer making his series debut in car number 54. Starting 15th, Michael Hall. 16th, Alan Carter. 17th, Tyler McWhirter. 18th, it'll be Austin Baker. Also representing All Seeing Motorsports, Brian Toller. Dylan Sale, Isaac Castillo, Alex Bernard, and Thomas Engel round out the field here as we are about to take green as they get into the restart zone here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And there it is. Round number 1 is underway. "60 laps here tonight, and here they go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's slow that on down for you as we get into turns 3 and 4 here on lap number 1. Rutherford, your leader. Al Britton in second. David Gross in third. Jeff Clifton there on the top shelf. He's riding in fourth. It's about a 0.1 second advantage right now for Rutherford as they race down the front straightaway and arc it down into turns 1 and 2 here. Got one on the bottom there, 47 Huntoon. He's going to drop down to the apron, let everybody pass. Looks like he's dropping back to the back here as we go back up front. There's a good look at your field here. 2 wide right now here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Two by two. Rutherford, Al Britton, 1 and 2. Gross is in third outside in the 78 car. Clifton in fourth. Murphy in fifth. Good run so far for James Murphy. This is one of the tracks that I looked at the beginning of the season saying this is one that James really has a shot at. A bigger track that's not as technical with these street stock cars, and he's going to be able to really use that to his advantage, not having to brake or lift as much and worrying about wearing those tires quite like the rest of the tracks on this schedule. Jeff Clifton right there in front of him in the number 1 Mahindra Special. Good looking car there for Jeff Clifton as we continue to race here down the front straightaway into lap number 4. Here they come down the back straightaway, your field of 22 cars. Everybody still right there with each other. As we work through turn number 3 here, they come. Rutherford, still your leader here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway as they work off turn number 4 and got a battle to the outside. David Gross looking to take the lead away from the 35 of Rutherford. He's side by side right now with Austin Albritton. Albritton currently scored in third. Clifton fourth. Danny Brown up to fifth, working the outside in car number 33. Still 2 by 2, looking like Daytona down the back straightaway as Rutherford continues his dominance right now. About a 0.1 second advantage. Everybody right there with each other. Let's take the cameras back through the field here and look up over top these cars. There's the 10 of Nicholas Priest, newcomer to the series here, working his way up the outside. He's going to fall into 6th, right in behind the 33 of Danny Brown. The TDTV entry, James Murphy, a little contact there on the bottom. James slipping in a slide and loosey-goosey right now on the bottom. Sean Hayes right behind him. In car 00, 7 of Dylan, 54 machine. That'll be J.D. Rudzer. Used to see in the 54 of Thomas Frisch, still not in action with us as J.D. Rudzer gets a heck of a run on the top right now as we come down the front straightaway. Rutherford still side by side with the 78 of David Gross. Rutherford continues to lead, though. He has led all 7 so far here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Murphy loses a couple of spots there, back to 8th for James Murphy. Hayes still 9th. Dylan now 10th. He has escaped Toller and Austin Baker. Baker in the 28 machine. Looks like he and J.D. Rudzer running teammate schemes here, both representing All-Seeing Motorsports, and so is Austin Albritton. Those 3 trying to link up here at some point in this race. Still a long way to go. 7 of 60 going to be in the books this time by. Oh, will Gross get it? Will Gross get it? Yes, he will. David Gross, your new leader this time by. As he and Rutherford traded back and forth there. Rutherford back to the lead. Gross in second. Al Britton with a run here in third. Going to give the 78. Oh, just about rubbed that left rear of the 78. Going to give the 35 a good shot down the back straightaway. As well as the 10 of Nicholas Priest giving a shot to the 78 of David Gross. They're still even Steven here at Charlotte. 8 laps make it 9 this time. These guys putting on a show so far. Caution free through 9. The one machine of Jeff Clifton back there biding his time, trying to find a lane here to maybe jump to the top, because the top seems to be working just as well as the bottom. These guys, really doesn't matter where you're at, about as even as it gets. Murphy going to round out this little group, but Pete Dillon closing in quickly. Go back to the 28 and the 9. They continue to battle. And then back to your next pack of cars here. Colton Martin in the 4, Machine Dillon Sale in the 12. Then behind them, Isaac Castillo and Tyler McWhirter. Then it's back to Christensen, Vining, Hall, Carter, Huntoon, rounding out the field. Talking about Reed Christensen. Reed just this past weekend, second place finish in the winter freeze for SCDRA over at the Screven Motorsports Complex. So a great run for Reed. Really proud of him on that one. And for that, let's actually take it in the car with Reed here. Let's ride along with the driver of the number 30. Out of Springfield, Georgia, the outlaw Reed Christensen here working his way right now in the 18th spot. That's the 98 of Isaac Castillo up to his outside. Say a little bit of saw out of the wheel action here for Reed. He's got nobody to the outside, so really has his choice of preference right now, and he's peaking high. Might follow up that 98, might not, as there's a little contact between the 12 and the 4 car. Everybody fans out here to try and get around him. That 12 of Dillon Sale going to get all up in Reed's way and possibly received a little bump draft here from the outlaw in car number 30 as Reed, you hear them tires squealing. He was all out of sorts there in the middle of corner number 3. Let's take it back up front here as your lead continues to be swapped back and forth. You haven't missed a thing. Rutherford and Gross still trading the lead lap for lap here. 12 of 60. Going to go in the books this time by Priest and Albritton, still sitting 3rd and 4th. Clifton and Brown 5th and 6th. Rudzer and Hayes 7th and 8th. As James Murphy has fallen back a little ways here. Whoa, Brian Toller, what's going on with you, buddy? James Murphy back in 13th now. McWhirter in 14th there in car number 21. Going back up front here. These guys still in a tight pack here as the All-Seeing Motorsports guys getting closer and closer to each other. As Nicholas Priest on the outside of the 10 machine. He was right there in front of the 54. You see the 54 has gotten down, waiting for that one machine of Clifton to move up so he can hook up with teammate Alston Albritton here, the other All-Seeing Motorsports driver. Right now is, I believe, the 28 of Austin Baker. Yes, Austin Baker got a ways to go before he finds some teammates, but he's got that 9 of Brian Toller right in front of him, and Toller not giving an inch. Still on the bottom line here for Brian Toller as Pete Dillon works his way to the top 10 now. He's 9th, right in behind Rudzer in the 54 machine. Sean Hayes up on the outside there in the 00. Still Brown here. Here comes the one of Clifton to the inside. Whoa, shuffles Albritton. 54 goes around. Whoa. Does anybody get collected here behind him? Looks like everybody keeps it going in the right direction. J.D. Rudzer, the only car there with some serious damage. Now a shot from the 12 of Sale, and Rudzer struggling here to turn that 54. Let's take a look at the replay here. Let's rewind it and see what happens here with J.D. Rudzer as he's just working his way down the back straightaway. Sees teammate Albritton get out of whack here. One machine of Clifton goes to the inside. And it looks like, he gets hooked by the 7 machine. 22 up in the wall as well. Sean Hayes here. But Hayes able to regather it. Then Rudzer right in front of the 12 of Sale gets a shot from Sale. And I believe that was that as we go back live here to the 54 of J.D. Rudzer coming down pit road under green flag conditions. Go back to the racing action. Rutherford still your leader. Clifton now in 3rd, and you talk about a twist, ladies and gentlemen. Now the All-Seeing Motorsports guys nowhere near each other As I believe, actually, I'm wrong. Albritton and Baker, if they want to hook up, they can here. Bump drafting becoming a major player here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and no better way to do it than with a teammate. Still looking on here at your top 6 cars. Everybody's still in a pack here. Baker still on the bottom with teammate Albritton on the top. Gross right now with about an inch over Rutherford. Rutherford back to the lead here. Some good, hard racing right now at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Let's go check out this pack back here led by Murphy. There's Michael Hall behind him. Christensen's in this mix, as well as Elliott Vining, who told us earlier he was just aiming to, dodge the carnage here at the start and be in it late, and so far so good for car number 49. Alan Carter right behind him in the Mom and Pop's number 3, a tribute to Dale Earnhardt Jr. there. And a good-looking ride at that for Mr. Alan Carter. Castillo behind him in the 98 machine. Then it's Toller back in 16th. Colt Martin, Rodney Huntoon. Then you'll find Sean Hayes, Tyler McWhirter, and Dylan Sale, last car on the lead lap here tonight. 20 of 60 in the books, a third of the way through here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Oh, a big shot there from Clifton. Jeff Clifton in the 1 machine, the Mahindra entry. Big shot to the backside of Angel Rutherford. Puts Rutherford right back on the point here. And he is clear of David Gross. Will Gross be able to restack and repack and refire on the outside? And it looks like he will, as he's pulled back even with the number 35 as they head down into turns 1 and 2. Look back at the 7 real quick. Looked like something was going on there. A little bit of jostling for position between Pete Dillon, Austin Albritton. Albritton's dropped a couple of spots here. Has teammate Baker in front of him. Danny Brown rounds out the top 5 right now as these guys still under a blanket. Oh, the Mahindra car gets a little bit loosey-goosey. Oh, Danny Brown to the inside. Slides it. Oh, into the inside wall here. But looks good enough to continue racing as he's going to pick up the tail of this second pack. If he can get that 33 back up to speed, that thing looks a little bit worse for wear, though. As he's going to have to hope to tandem draft with one of these 2 guys in front of him to catch that pack once again. As we've got a big switch up and a big wreck at the front. That's going to draw caution. Rutherford around. Man, oh man. What a twist to the tail here at Charlotte. As Andrew Rutherford, your leader, finds himself in a caution here just before the halfway point of this race. Let's watch him coming off of turn number 2. Let's watch him actually going into 1 here so we can catch all of the drama. 78 machine up top. He's going to come down, gets into the 35. Oh, boy. Into the 35 there, both into the wall, then collects the 1 and the 10 car. But Nicholas Priest somehow able to make it through it there. And that's what puts us under caution here for the first time tonight. So working through our first caution of the evening so far. Biggest mover right now, Austin Baker, plus 16 as he gets set to restart at the second spot. That could be a hard charger for sure, but Alex Bernard back there in the 25, he is plus 17 so far here tonight. So a good run for both of those young men here as we are still shy of the halfway point that we will hit at lap number 30. I want to thank everybody that's tuned in here tonight so far. Again, this is the Southern Outlaw Street Stock Series, live for Season 4, round number 1 here at the dirt track at here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. I just keep saying that. I'm not sure why I keep saying that, but I keep saying it. Here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the SOAR Street Stocks. You can check them out on Facebook. Look up Southern Outlaw Auto Racing on Facebook and follow along with everything that happens with that series. But of course, here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, big 1.5 mile track has played out a lot like a Daytona or Talladega has in the past here. Just these street stocks all just about even so far tonight as we've seen these guys just in packs, whether it be, 4 cars, 5 cars, even 10 cars at a time, all in a pack, trying to chase down one another. Been some really, really, really good racing action so far here tonight. Nicholas Priest finds himself the benefactor of that caution there, which saw your leader Andrew Rutherford as well as second place David Gross, and I believe the one of Chilton as well, or Clifton as well, all taken out there. As it looks like Jeff Clifton's actually saved it. He will restart 6th here when we take the green flag. So a good save there for Jeff Clifton. Isaac Castillo will restart 7th. Colt Martin 8th. Huntoon will restart 9th. So good recovery for Rodney Huntoon. Remember, he was down on that apron there on lap number 2. Fell all the way back to the rear of the field. Worked his way back up to 9th so far. Michael Hall will restart 10th. Vining 11th. Carter 12th. Brown 13th. We saw Danny Brown with a bit of a hiccup there just before the caution flag flew. He's now going to restart in the 13th spot. Murphy 14th, McWhorter 15th, Christensen 16th. And it's Toller, Gross, Sale, Rutherford, Hayes, and Rudzer now back on the lead lap for J.D. Rudzer. As we look back up front here, lights are out on the iRacing pace car as we get set to restart this race here and the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Good to have everybody with us here tonight live on TDTV. Of course, lacking the words of wisdom from a racer in his own right, Mr. Matt Pridge. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got for us this season. Has a fresh motor and pretty much a brand new race car with all the updates he's done to it. So really excited for his 2023 racing season. Of course, Talking Dirt will be on the side of that one, so look for it when you head to a racetrack near you. But here we go. Let's kind of take a back seat here and just listen to the sights and the sounds of the Southern Outlaw Street Stocks as we get set for a restart here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. I like to call this a little bit of crank it up action as these guys are locked, cocked, and ready to roll off turn number 4. As you see them drive on by, there goes that iRacing pace car. And it is time. Let's watch them dash by the start-finish line here on lap number 26. Green flag is back in the air. There they go down into turns 1 and 2. Priest, your leader. See everybody kind of hugging to the oh, big crash, 54 and 12. Wow. Big one there for the 54 and the 12 car. Let's watch them come off turn number 2 once again. Looks like 54 goes down, 12 comes up, a little contact, and around goes both drivers, as that will put us back under caution here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Oh, what is that? I'm not sure, but let's go back to this view here. Nicholas Priest in car number 10. Pete Dillon now to second, Baker to third, Albritton to fourth, Bernard fifth on that restart. Go check on our two that were involved there. Dylan Sale now looks like he's going to come out of the pit road here. JD Rudzer, see, Rudzer might be off the speedway. Yep, JD Rudzer is off of the speedway. Beautiful aerial shot here of the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Of course, these Southern Outlaw Street Stocks brought to you by Southeast Performance. Southeast Performance, one of the best in the game as well. And those are our good friends at Outlaw. You see them there in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, as well as so many others. Especially big thanks to Mr. Reed Christensen for all he's done for us here at TDTV. And again, congratulations on his run. I stayed up late on Saturday night to watch that one. Texted Reed as soon as it was over. I said, man, I am so proud of you going from 20-something to second there in that 60-lap feature in the SCDRA Winter Freeze. Couldn't have been happier for that young man there. I believe his best run in the Winter Freeze. But as we say that, we're about ready to go here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, our second restart of the night, with Nicholas Priest now on the point. Pete Dillon will restart from the second spot there in car number 7. Again, Pete Dillon, that'll be a name change from last season. It was Daryl Dillon last season. Now he gets it corrected. It's Pete Dillon in the number 7 car. We'll restart outside of the pole here for this restart. Teammates Austin Albritton and Austin Baker line up 3 and 4. Alex Bernard and Jeff Clifton 5 and 6. Isaac Castillo and Colt Martin 7 and 8. Rodney Huntoon and Michael Hall round out the top 10 as we get set for our second restart of the night here. Green flag flies at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and we are back racing here into lap number 30. We'll click off halfway this time. Taking a look back through the field here just to see if everybody makes it through 1 and 2 A-OK. Looks like they will, and up front, Dillon to the outside, Priest to the inside. Inside or outside, who you got, race fans, right now? Looks like Dillon with the run of a lifetime. He will almost clear the 10 cars. The 10 stayed right there on that left rear tire. And he will go back down to the bottom, driving hard as Nicholas Priest looking to clear Dillon off corner number 4. Will not do it. Pete Dillon charging hard on the outside in car number 7. Dillon looking like Tyler Millwood did last night. That outside really working just like it was at East Bay for the 31 of Tyler Millwood. Austin Baker and Austin Albritton now linking up here. And they've got the 25 of Alex Bernard up top. And now he's going to get to the backside of the 10 machine of Priest is the 28 of Baker. No contact there as we head into turns 3 and 4. Out of 4, Dillon had the lead, but Priest takes it right back. Nicholas Priest continues to lead us here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway as we race down into turns 1 and 2 once again. These guys still all over this wide 1.5-mile track here. Still 2x2 just about all the way back as you see a little bit of 3 wide starting in the front. Here comes the 25, excuse me. That's Alex Bernard there in the 25 to the outside, 3 wide for the lead. Still 3 wide here through turns 3 and 4. Can he make it stick? No, he cannot. Nicholas Priest and Pete Dillon now back outside by side for the race lead. The 1 of Jeff Clifton going to go down to the bottom right in behind Nicholas Priest. 25 is going to have to fall in line behind the 7 machine of Dillon. 33 laps going to be in the books this time by racing out of turn number 2. Down the back straight away they go. Little contact from the 1, the Mahindra machine of Clifton to the backside of the 10 of Priest into 3 and 4. Lays off of him. Good bump draft work there by Jeff Clifton. Clifton now, he shot sideways there for a second. Just about made contact with Dillon. But down the front straight away they go. Priest continues to lead here into lap number 34. Baker and Albritton biding their time right now, running 5th and 6th. Michael Hall in the 5, back up in the mix here. Alan Carter in the Mom and Pops number 3 in the mix as well. Isaac Castillo rounds out the top 10 with Vining sitting one spot out of the top 10. Back up front here, Priest with Dylan is outside, Clifton right in behind. 25 of Bernard is trailed off a bit, allowing the 28 to get by him here down the front straightaway. And that will give the 4th spot to Baker. Bernard back to 5th. With Nicholas Priest still leading here. Dylan in 2nd still as the 25 gets into the wall there. Hard lick for Bernard, but going to keep on trucking here as he rides in the 4th spot. Go back to Michael Hall. Saw a little bit of juking and jiving there out of the 5 machine. That Hooter sponsored entry. As Colt Martin's able to get by him down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. 26 laps to go here with the SOAR Street Stocks. Rodney Huntoon back up into 11th here. Murphy in 13th with Elliott Vining to his outside. Man, oh man, what a race we're seeing here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, as Priest, the only car that's not 2x2 right now, as he sits out in front of the 1 machine of Clifton with a 7 of Dylan trying his hardest to get back to his outside. Nothing doing right now for Pete Dillon in the 7 car. As we look back through the field here, a couple of guys now fanning out. Christensen in behind the number 9 of Brian Toller. Reed Christensen not having the night that he was hoping for. 24 laps to go, and he is at the back of the pack here in front of Tyler McWhirter. So not sure what happened to McWhirter, but he finds himself trailing off of the rest of the field. As we look back on, there's the car that was leading for a little while, as well as the car who led for a lot of while. Andrew Rutherford and David Gross both involved in that first incident here. Those two trying to make their way up through the field, as Rutherford finds himself on the top shelf right in behind the 33 of Danny Brown. And back up front go the cameras, as Dylan still pressuring the outside of race leader Priest. 25 of Bernard gets a little loosey-goosey there in turn number 1. 5 of Hall to the inside of him. Hall going to back out of it. Let the 25 regather himself, and he will fall back in line and continue the pushing and a shoving to the 25 car. Oh, 25 way loose there in turn number 3. Wow. That could have been bad there for the 25 of Alex Bernard. Luckily able to hang on to it as we complete another one. 22 laps to go now at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Looks like everything went a little crazy there as I tried to take me a sip of water. See the 1 machine of Clifton. Let's see if I can find him here. Jeff Clifton in the 1 falls all the way back to the rear, got down on that apron and wasn't able to get back up. Andrew Rutherford now back up into the top 10. He is 9th in the 35 machine. As we look back on the battle for the race lead, here comes Elliott Vining. Where did he come from? The 49 up to 5th here. He's right behind Alan Carter in the 38. Carter up to 4th, plus 12 for Carter, plus 8 for Vining, still plus 16 for Bernard. Howard Charger right now. Ooh, there's contact. 33, 35. 35 is going to go around. This one's not going to be good. Wow. Big wreck here at Charlotte. Caution flag does fly. And that will be the big one here. 20 laps to go. Our third caution of the night. You saw how it unfolded there. But let's take another look at it here. Let's look on with Andrew Rutherford. As they get down into turns 1 and 2 here, you see the 33 of Brown had it 3 wide as Rutherford pushed the middle there with the 25 kind of lagging off on the top there. There was contact between those two. Then an accordion effect, the 4 machine, the 30 of Christensen involved there. Let's look at the 4 of Colt Martin. He gets hit hard there. And then Christensen re-catches a nice piece. And then you look back at Rutherford once again. Rutherford's still spinning there. Toller just barely misses it. I believe the 47 of Huntoon catches a piece as well. So a lot of guys involved here with just 20 laps to go. As there you see one-time race leader now involved in his second caution of the night. And that one could be catastrophic for the number 35 of Rutherford. Looks like James Murphy with a good bit of damage as well on his Talking Dirt number 65 as he'll pull down into pit road. Yeah, look at that right side for Murphy. Heavy damage to the 65 car as he comes down pit road. Dragging something, that's for sure. You hear that awful noise there. Definitely dragging something. Martin into the pits, Clifton into the pits, Huntoon in, Brown in, Christensen in, Castillo coming out. Let's see who wins this race here. Clifton Martin beats, let's see here. Who beat who? I believe Clifton beat Martin. Yes, he did. Jeff Clifton wins that one off. After Castillo comes off earlier, Baker out behind Martin. Then it's Christensen to Huntoon, Murphy, Danny Brown coming out as well. Rutherford still in, taking some damage repairs. He has already taken that one fast repair of the night. So a heartbreaker here for one-time race leader Andrew Rutherford. Man, oh man, but the stage is set for this man, Nicholas Priest, in his first appearance with the series to go to victory lane here. What a moment that would be. How special it would be for Mr. Nicholas Priest. Michael Hall still in second, or now in second, excuse me. Michael Hall up to second. A good run for him, plus 13 for the 5 machine. Dillon in third, Carter in fourth. Vining will restart fifth. So for you guys that are tuning in for the first time here to the SOAR Street Stocks live on Talking Dirt TV, the schedule for this season. Tonight we're at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're off next week to celebrate Valentine's Day. That's a special one for most of us here who have lovely ladies in our lives. It'll be Thompson Speedway on the 21st. Eldora with the Dirt Street Stocks on the 28th. Then we'll go to March. It'll be the Hickory Motor Speedway. That'll be Watkins Glen International. That one's going to be fun. Our first road course of the series here in Season 4. Good to see some road course action with us here this season. Southern National Speedway on the 21st of March. Sobo, South Boston on the 28th of March. Then it'll go April. We'll go to Limaland with the Dirt Street Stocks. Rudskagen, not sure what that one is, but I'm very intrigued as we get to the 11th of April. New Smyrna Speedway on the 18th of April. Kentucky Motor Speedway. And then Irwindale, the Outer Ring, for the season finale on May the 2nd. So 12 races in total this season to settle it for season number 4 of the Southern Outlaw Street Stock Series. As we are about set, ladies and gentlemen, working our third caution of the night, with Nicholas Priest and Michael Hall on row number 1 to restart us as they look to come out of turn number 4 here. As that iRacing pace car will dip down as they come out of turn number 4. There it goes. I was literally there it goes. As now we see the field come into the restart zone. Green flag gonna fly early here. As Nicholas Priest back on the loud pedal, 15 laps to go. Everybody fanning out right now, trying to get back into a racing groove. Nicholas Priest, Pete Dillon back out in front here. Dillon pushing and shoving on the backside of the 10 machine. Dillon now going to look high. Priest going to block the inside line. He doesn't want Dillon low. He wants him high. And that's exactly where Pete's going to go. 7 machine to the outside. Michael Hall closing in the 5. Allen Carter closing in the 38. Then it's Hayes, Albert, and Bernard. What happened to our Elliott Vining all the way back in 19th right now for Elliott Vining? Look back up front. There's Brian Toller, Isaac Castillo, David Gross all in a pack right there. Alex Bernard in front of these guys. Look back up front. Big battle right now. Look at that 00 go. Sean Hayes to third. A big power move out of that red and gold 00 and a shot to Nicholas Priest to put the bow on top of the present here as Priest drifts high. No contact between he and Dillon. 14 laps to go. Make it 13 this time by at the line. Priest continues to lead us with the 7 of Dillon on the outside, now getting a shove from the 5 of Michael Hall. Michael Hall with help now as well. Allen Carter in the 3 to the top shelf. There's 6 cars all in a bundle, 3 and 3. 3 on the bottom, 3 on the top. Which line is going to prevail right now? That outside's having a big run down the back stretch, but it's going to be thwarted here as we get into turn number 3. Michael Hall got a little bit loose there, had to pull the car back tight, and he will have to give up the chase as the 10 of Priest gets back by the 7 of Dillon. Down the front stretch, 12 laps to go. Jeff Clifton trying to get back in the mix here in the 1 machine, trying to give a shove to Castillo. Castillo's car didn't like it too much there. So we get in 11 to go right now. Got to be 10 to go next time by. Priest still your leader. Dillon up top, still with help in the form of Michael Hall. Sean Hayes still shoving that number 10 on the bottom here as Hall's going to have to pull off of the 7. Going to give that 10 a bit of breathing room here as he's going to clear the 7 this time by. Put the 22 of Hayes officially in second there. If we were to have a caution, he would restart outside row number 1. As now Michael Hall struggling in the 5 car to catch back up to Dillon. Gives the 2 of Albert an opportunity to jump up to the top if he wants to. Gives a shove to the 00, who in turn dominoes into the 10 car, but doesn't really give him too much of an advantage here. As now the 5 of Hall able to regain some composure and get back to the outside of the 2 of Albert, and 10 laps to go. Going to be 9 this time by. As your entire field looks like they're all pulling up into this one pack, heading down into turns 1 and 2 with the 28 machine there. 28 of Baker, a little contact between he and Murphy. 33 of Brown back to the outside, trying to work back into the top 10. He currently sits 13th. Clifton holds that final top 10 spot here. He's outside of David Gross, who after being at the front for the start of this race has fallen as far back as 21st after being involved in a caution. Back up to 10th right now for David Gross. Whoa, your leader way loose. That's going to be a big one. Yes, it is. Oh, my goodness. Michael Hall, what a shot the 5 car just took. As that will throw a big old wrench into the playing cards here. As these guys jumble them up here late in the going, I believe 8 laps to go. As we're going to look at the replay here, let's start it with your race leaders. The 10 of Nicholas, the 7 of Pete, and then from there, everybody else involved. Castillo involved. Murphy catches a piece. Christensen catches a piece down low. Man, oh man, luckily for Priest, though, he is able to keep driving, and so is Pete Dillon. As Dillon's going to get back to third, we're probably going to have to pit here as we kick it back live. And yeah, hard damage on the left side there for Pete Dillon. Let's check Nicholas Priest. Got to have something on that car. Let's see here if we catch anything from either one of these views on the 2 machine of Nick Priest. Not too bad for Priest there. A little bit of beat sheet metal on the right side, but nothing that would end his night. Who is up in the wall? My Lord. But still quite a few cars there with some heavy damage. Looks like Sean Hayes got to be the benefactor of all of that, as he will take the lead here. See Dillon electing not to come down pit road here. Let's see who did. Michael Hall down pit road. Alex Bernard down pit road. Rodney Huntoon follows them in as well. Looks like Clifton out, Sale back on the speedway here. Rutherford's still out there as well. Rutherford back out a few laps down here in the 35 car as Huntoon gets some repair. Hall gets some repair, and so does Bernard. 6 laps to go here as we work yet another caution. So a few cars electing to stay out here with heavy damage to their machines. Carter with a lot of right side damage. Castillo's got some damage on the 98 as well. Dillon's got plenty of damage on that left side of the 7 machine. All looking like they're going to stay out right now with just 5 laps to go. I believe it's going to be about 3 when we restart this race. So if I was in their shoes, I'd probably be doing the exact same thing here and risking it for the biscuit. As Huntoon's back out here, the 25 of Bernard comes out of pit road. It's like Jeff Clifton has left us for the evening. Michael Hall's out as well in the 5. Brian Toller there in the 9 machine. Christensen up to 9th here in the 30. A little bit of damage there on that number 30 car for Reed Christensen. Colt Martin there, 7th right now for the number 4 machine, as he looks to make his way into the top 5 before everything is said and done here. Pete Dillon still with a lot of damage on his number 7 car. He's going to fall to the tail here, and after having to fall to the tail, I would imagine he would try and come in and get that damage repaired, but doesn't look like he's going to do that as he pulls in behind the 25 of Bernard. As up front, we double him back up here and get set for a restart. Possibly our final restart of the night. Nobody knows. And we will restart into 3 laps to go here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Sean Hayes, your new leader. Priest will be outside. Alan Carter restarts third. Austin Albritton, or excuse me, swap that. Austin Albritton restarts third. Alan Carter restarts fourth. Isaac Castillo restarts fifth. David Gross sixth. And it's Reed Christensen and Colton Martin next row back. That'll be James Murphy, Danny Brown rounding out the top 10 as we get set for a restart with 3 laps to go. The gloves, ladies and gentlemen, are about to come off. Looks like Dylan heeds fair warning and does come in to fix his number 7 machine. He'll restart at the back of the pack here. But I've said it once, I will say it a million times. If you are a driver in this race and you have saved anything up until this point, now is the time to let it fly. 3 laps will remain tonight as we look to crown our first winner of Season 4 for the Southern Outlaw Street Stock Series. Pace car is off. Green flag is out. Sean Hayes will lead us to it. 3 laps to go. Austin Albritton, what a push there on the start. Nicholas Priest, a horrible restart of the 10 car as he looks to get back down to the bottom in a hurry. Nothing doing for Priest there as he's going to be stuck on the outside. Jumbles the pack up. Oh, big wreck. Big wreck. Nicholas Priest. And the 2 of Albritton. Priest jams it in the wall. That's going to ruin his night. But the yellow does not come out, and Sean Hayes continues to lead here. Castillo finds himself in second. Martin finds himself in third. James Murphy in fourth. Alan Carter in fifth. Gonna be 2 laps to go, and if they use the draft, they're gonna be able to catch your leader, Sean Hayes. Here comes Castillo. Here comes Martin. Whoa, little contact there between Castillo and Martin. Those two, they were working together so well, and now all of a sudden don't want to work together anymore with just 2 laps to go. Martin going to pull up in front of the 98 machine of Castillo. Castillo, contact between he and Alan Carter. These guys need to work together to catch your leader, Sean Hayes, as now Colton Martin has done so. Castillo around. Big pile up behind him. Wow, that's going to bring out a caution here and set up a green-white checkered. But Isaac Castillo there was going the wrong direction, and all of a sudden the 98 car finds himself turned off the nose of the 3 of Alan Carter. And then around collects the 78 machine. Ooh, Vining catches a shot. Danny Brown gets into it. Michael Hall spins here. But I don't believe Hall really collects anybody. Just finds himself in the infield there and hard shot to that pit entrance wall. Let's see what else was going on there. Castillo was around. Toller makes it through. Alex Bernard was coming out of the pits. Albritton collected, but no damage to the 2 machine, I don't believe. And looks like everybody else was okay following that one. Biggest loser there, though, is Michael Hall, who will have to repair a lot of damage now on the 5 machine. So who made it through it? Christensen looks like he makes it through. Danny Brown barely makes it through. Austin Baker still out there Vining with a lot of damage on the front of that 49 car. As we'll actually go on and look here. Yeah, a lot of damage to the front of the 49 for Elliott Vining. The Lowe's Home Improvement injury. Go look at the front side of Austin Baker's car. Just as much damage to the 28 as well. Go back and look at Danny Brown. Also a little damage to the right front there for Danny Brown. Christensen, a good-looking number 30 with a little bit of damage to the right front as well. Everybody just about the same amount of damage here as we're looking for clean race cars. Murphy's got some damage. McWhirter looks like a pretty clean race car as we get set for a restart here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway into what I presume to be a green-white checkered situation. As always, tonight's feature presentation of the Southern Outlaw Street Stocks brought to you by Outlaw. Down there in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, go check out Outlaw Racing Performance, Talking Dirt podcast. Returning very, very soon with Ryan Ways and Matt Bridges and possibly some more special guests. Stay tuned wherever you find your favorite podcast for Talking Dirt. And, of course, we're brought to you by Southeast Performance. Southeast Performance, getting cars in victory lane, on dirt, on asphalt, anywhere. Get with Southeast Performance today and get your ride souped up as we get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, possibly, our final start of the night. Still lights on the pace car here. What a race we've seen so far. Multiple different leaders. And the shakeup has happened as Sean Hayes looked like he was going to coast to victory lane here tonight in the 00 car before that last caution flew. But now finds himself with some worthy challengers. Colt Martin, James Murphy, Tyler McWhorter, Alan Carter, all in the top 5 right now. Don't leave out Vining either. Told me earlier if he could avoid those early cautions, even the late cautions, he thought that he had a shot, and he's definitely got a shot there in the number 49. Austin Baker's been fast all night in the All-Seeing Motorsports number 28 as he rides around in 7th. Danny Brown trying to get into victory lane for the first time with the SOAR Street Stocks. Reed Christensen, Season 1 champion, looking to build on some momentum here as he currently runs 9th, set up for our final restart. And then rounding out the top 10, Rodney Huntoon in car number 47. So as we come across here, should see the lights go out atop the, I believe that's a Ford pace car actually, above the iRacing pace car, we'll say, as we get set for another and hopefully our final restart tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. There's no more time for playing around. No more Mr. Nice Guy here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. If you want to win, you've got to pull out all the stops right now. Green, white, checkered to a finish here with the SOAR Street Stocks. Martin, Hayes, Murphy, McWhorter, and Carter, your top 5 as we get set here. Coming off turn number 4, that iRacing pace car will dip down into the infield, and we will go once again. Green flag racing with just 2 laps to go. Martin on the outside, Hayes on the inside. When will the 00 fire? Jumbles the field, and there's a big pile up at the back here. Wow. Caution stays out here as it looked like the 00 of Hayes didn't fire when everybody else thought he was. And you see the accordion that starts here with the 3 of Carter, and then everybody behind him having to hit the brakes. A couple cars not able to hit the brakes, which results in this caution here. As you see the 10 machine of Nicholas Priest spun, 35 of Rutherford, 7 of Dillon, and the 25 of Bernard involved as well. Man, oh man, so good until now has been this race, and now we're just trying to get a couple of laps in here. Sean Hayes, Colt Martin still on point. So I'm not sure if there's going to be a call here on your race leader. I sure would hope not, as he didn't do anything wrong there. The rest of the field just thought he was going to go before he was actually going to go. And we saw it for all those restarts up until just there. The drivers were, going as soon as that pace car got off the track. So that kind of played some mind games with the rest of the guys there from Sean Hayes, as he waited until he got into the start zone here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and that jumbled up the rest of the field and led to, I believe, Pete Dillon, Nicholas Priest, and I believe one other car getting involved there. I believe it was Bernard, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe even Angel Rutherford, as he's back in pit road in the 35 car, as lights are still on here. So not yet are we going green here for our first green-white checkered attempt. Good looking wrap there for Colt Martin. Good to see that driver back with us here. So he currently rides in second. Murphy will restart third. McWhorter will restart fourth. Carter fifth. Vining sixth. Seventh and eighth to Danny Brown and Reed Christensen. Dale and Sale with David Gross going to the inside here. Gross falling to the back once again. So Sale ninth. Albritton 10th. Toller 11th. Bernard 12th. And Gross 13th. With Huntoon currently in the pits with Austin Baker. Pete Dillon back out on the speedway here behind the number 9 of Brian Toller. Dillon a couple of laps down after repairing some damage. We'll see if he gets any wave rounds before we get set to go green flag racing once again. But as we come off turn number 4, not sure if he's going to have that opportunity, because these lights should go out this time and set us up for a green-white checkered here at Charlotte. So tuning back in live here, still working caution on the speedway. Hayes and Martin getting set to lead us back to a green flag. Not sure who's in pit lane doing that. It's Austin Baker. Austin Baker down there hitting that gas pedal, causing some noise here. Looking like he's down there repairing some damage. A good bit of damage on that 28 car to be certain. As the 00 of Hayes, the 4 of Martin, gets set to lead us back to the green flag. It's a who's who at the front, and it's anybody's ball game still. With 2 laps to go, once we restart, you never know what could happen with the Southern Outlaw Street Stocks, and we're about to find out just what will happen. As there goes the iRacing pace car, the 22 of Hayes, gonna jumble the field up once again, gets into the restart zone here, and the green flag's gonna fly. Good restart this time for Sean Hayes. It's now the Ford machine of Martin going to drift down. Waited until he got past the start-finish line to avoid penalty. Good eyes there for Colt Martin. Murphy in third, McWhorter in fourth, Carter in fifth. Vining outside looking into the top five right now. Looking back up front, Colt Martin now pressuring your race leader, Sean Hayes. Down the back stretch we go. 2 laps to go. Going to be one final push for the Ford machine of Martin. Here comes the 65 of Murphy. Coming into 3 and out of turn number 4. Here going to be 1 lap to go at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. All eyes on car number 00 right now. 1 lap to go. Martin on the inside. Whoa. They had to whoa it up there. Murphy gets into the backside of the number 4 machine. 21 now back into the mix. As McWhorter going to go high. Down the back straight over for the final time. Sean Hayes with about a car length's advantage right now over the 4 of Colt Martin. Can they catch him? Martin gets a shove for Murphy. They've got to run. He's going to go high. Murphy's going to stay low. Going to leave Martin out to dry. James Murphy on the bottom. Contact with the 00. Checkered flags in the air. It's Sean Hayes going to win it. Second, who's going to take it? Murphy at the line. Martin third. McWhorter fourth. Carter rounds out the top 5. And a wreck to seal the deal. Taller into the wall to end it. But what a finish, race fans. Sean Hayes picks up round number 1 here at the dirt track, or at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Again, Sean Hayes picks up round number 1 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for season 4 of the Southern Outlaw Auto Racing Series Street Stocks. James Murphy second. Colt Martin comes home third. What a finish. What a race. Ladies and gentlemen, how about that one? Big win here for Sean Hayes. Car number 00. As I believe this may even be his first race with the series as well. And to take that thing to victory lane tonight has to mean the world to that driver. He made it through all the muck. The war of attrition was won tonight by the number 00. There's a good look at your top 3 here. And real quick before we get into tonight's post-race interviews, let's check out the final results here. Sean Hayes, of course, your winner. James Murphy second, Martin third, McWhorter fourth, Carter fifth. Elliott Vining comes home sixth, Reed Christensen seventh, Danny Brown eighth, Austin Albritton ninth, Brian Toller 10th, Dylan Sale 11th, Alex Bernard comes home 12th, and that will be the final driver on the lead lap. Pete Dillon 13th, Rodney Huntoon 14th, David Gross 15th, Nicholas Priest 16th. It was Austin Baker, Isaac Castillo rounding out the top 18. Michael Hall comes home 19th, Andrew Rutherford 20th, 21st to Jeff Clifton, 22nd, and final to J.D. Rutzer after being involved in caution early in the race. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into tonight's interviews with your top 3. Of course, first we go to tonight's race winner, who had to be pretty clinched up there at the very end here. We welcome in Mr. Sean Hayes, driver of the 00 car. Sean, first off, congratulations here, picking up the win in round number 1 of season 4 with the Southern Outlaw Street Stocks. I got to start with this. Looks like my first time seeing you here. Looks like, is this a series debut for you? And on top of that, man, how does this one feel here, if it is your series debut, to come out here and get a win in such spectacular fashion as this?
Yeah, we're 1 for 1, so I feel pretty good about it.
Man, I don't blame you, but man, take me through this one a little bit, because you found yourself, mid-pack there at the beginning, and then the cautions, man, they start and they don't stop, but you're able to take advantage of that and find yourself in the lead there late on, and then a little bit of a hiccup there on a restart. Didn't look like any of your doing. But tell me about that restart there, where the field seemed to really just jumble up behind you and multiple cars, go around.
The second place car just started pulling out on me, and I held my pace, and then everybody tried going with them, and everybody just killed everybody, it seemed like.
Well, you're able to take advantage of that and really, play some mind games with the field on that final restart there, and then we go through the final lap and a half with these two guys behind you pushing and shoving as hard as they can to try and catch you. But looked like you were able to really keep a calm head and dominate your way to a win there at the very end.
Yeah, it was interesting. I was waiting to get spun around coming to the checkers, but thankfully everybody kept it clean coming to the end.
Absolutely, they did. Now, Sean, 1 for 1, as you said. Great start to a season here. Anybody that you want to thank, any sponsors on that 00 card that help you get to victory lane here tonight with the Southern Outlaw Street Stocks?
Right now it's just Rockets iRace wraps, but next week it'll have a few more, hopefully.
Absolutely, man. Well, once again, Sean, congratulations, 1 for 1. And, hey, let's see, man. Let's see if you can make it 2 for 2. You got a really tough one here in 2 weeks as we head to Thompson. But congratulations on tonight, and we'll see you again on the 21st.
Thank you.
So that was Sean Hayes there. Now we got to get a conversation in with a man who you guys know very well. Been on the Talking Dirt podcast before. Drives the number 65 late model in real life. But tonight comes home in the second spot here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. James, I said it earlier, this is your kind of race, being a guy that might not be as the best at these technical tracks with these asphalt street stocks, but you're really able to take advantage of that factor of not really having to do too many technical things here. Bide your time and find yourself in third there late, and man, it looked like it was just hammered to the floor from then on.
Yeah, I'm not very good at asphalt. I haven't raced very much. I'm starting to race a little bit more, and I feel like I'm getting a little better. I've done this track a few times with these cars, so I pretty much knew what it was going to be like.
Well, if you're not very good at asphalt, you better be doing some practicing. Thompson Speedway coming up here in just a couple of weeks. Very, very tough racetrack, but we'll keep it here tonight. You and Colt there at the very end. You're riding behind him as we take that one to go. Colt shoots up to the outside. What leads into that decision to not go with him there and stay on the bottom with Sean?
Just wanted to play it safe and make sure I didn't wreck anybody.
Hey, that's respectable. I honestly respect that. Now, James, before we let you go here tonight, good start to the season at Charlotte. Who do you want to thank on the race car? Any other shout-outs you want to give for getting you home second?
Yeah, I'd like to thank y'all for Talking Dirt, big sponsor, MacD Racing. Yeah, that's about it.
Absolutely. Well, James, congratulations once again. Look forward to seeing you here in a couple of weeks, and hey, really look forward to seeing you here in a couple of months as we get the real life racing started. But congratulations, James. We'll catch you at Thompson.
See you.
So that is James Murphy finishing second, and now we go to the third place man tonight, Colton Martin. Had some fans in the chat earlier, and he is able to put on a heck of a show at the end of this race. Man, Colt, take me through this one. You're able to dodge pretty much all of the carnage through this race and really find yourself in a good spot there at the very end.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how I did it. This is the highest I've finished in like 4 starts in the SOAR street stocks. Just happy to be here.
Absolutely, man. I understand that, but maybe this is the start of some really cool things. As we do have some tough tracks coming up, though. Thompson Speedway here in 2 weeks. If you're able to build off this momentum here, how are you feeling as we take a week off and you get some extra time to practice for Thompson?
Yeah, I have some buddies that I do racing with all the time. I'm sure they would help me try to get set up for this stuff and whatnot.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. I really hope so. We hope to see you back in the top 3 more often here. But after this finish here tonight in such a great fashion, who do you want to thank on that number 4 car? What sponsors do you have to shout out here tonight?
First, I would like to say a thank you for Rodney making the paint job for my in real life paint job. Basically, that's right about it.
Absolutely, man. Well, it was good talking to you once again, Colt. Congratulations on this top 3 finish, and we really look forward to seeing how you're able to build off of this one as the season rolls on.
Thank you guys for having me.
No problem at all, buddy. So that was Colton Martin, your third place finisher. Always good to see a young man with a lot of respect there. So good to talk to him. So ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for us here tonight. Once again, if you missed it, here is your final feature results. And, of course, I have been Ryan Williams, the voice of the Talking Dirt podcast, Sumter Speedway, as well as right here on TDTV. We'll catch you again 2 weeks from now. We'll be live from the Thompson International Speedway on the 21st. Live at 7:55. Racing starts at 8 on TDTV. As always, subscribe down below. Leave a like on the video. Share it to your friends and family. Let's grow this channel out even more as we bring you new and exciting content all of the time. Follow us on Facebook at Talking Dirt. TikTok is at Talking Dirt as well. But I guess for myself, without my co-host here tonight, I have been Ryan Williams. This has been week number 1 of the SOAR Street Stock Season 4 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And we'll catch you in 2 weeks as we head to Thompson.